Picture yourself sitting in front of your screen, controller in hand, about to embark on your next gaming adventure, and what awaits you is a unique blend of sensations, moments of spine-tingling fear, intertwined with the warm embrace of comfort. It is a curious mixture, a game that aims to both chill you to the bone while also wrapping you in a cozy blanket. Please be mindful that the games on this list come with a variety of different trigger warnings, and majority of them touch on dark, more mature themes in varying levels, despite their cutesy graphics. Here are 13 games that blend horror and cozy together. At number 1, we have Dredge. I've talked about Dredge on this channel quite a few times, and it's a really, really great game. You'll sell your catch to the locals and complete quests to learn more about each area's troubled past. You'll outfit your boat with better equipment to trawl deep sea trenches and navigate to far off lands. But keep an eye on the time because you might not like what you find in the dark. Danger is everywhere, so watch for sharp rocks and shallow reefs, though the biggest threats of all lurk within the fog that cloaks the nighttime seas. Dredge is one of those games that on the surface doesn't seem scary, but they absolutely nail it with atmosphere and giving you stressful situations. I do have a full video reviewing this game and I will link it below. I highly recommend this one. At number 2, we have Little Misfortune. Little Misfortune is an interactive story focused on exploring and characters, both sweet and dark, where your choices have consequences. You will step into the shoes of an imaginative 8-year-old girl who seeks the prize of eternal happiness. Led by her new friend, Mr. Voice, they venture into the woods where mysteries are unraveled and a little bit of bad luck unfolds. I have played this game several times. Actually, I have played every game on this list because, fun fact, I'm a huge horror fan, but this game is one of my favorites. It's dark, funny, sad, and charming, all wrapped into one adorable little game. But don't underestimate this one. The themes get very, very dark, and you'll very quickly realize that as you start playing. Very mature themes, but overall a great game. At number 3, we have Oxenfree. Oxenfree is a supernatural thriller about a group of friends who unwittingly open a ghostly rift. You will play as Alex, a bright, rebellious teenager who brings her new stepbrother Jonas to an overnight party on an old military island. The night takes a terrifying turn when you accidentally open a ghostly gate spawned from the island's cryptic past. How you deal with these events, your peers, and the ominous creatures you've unleashed is up to you. You determine every aspect of Alex's story while exploring Edward Island, uncovering the base's dark past, and changing the course of your friends' lives. This game is a little more outwardly horror, but still has those cozy, atmospheric graphics and overall vibes. Coming in at number 4, we have Little Goody Two Shoes. Little Goody Two Shoes is a horror narrative adventure game set in a hand-painted fairy tale environment. There are 10 possible endings to fit your choices and actions in the game, but there's more than meets the eye here, as you must also manage multiple aspects of Elise's life in the village to stay alive. All decisions matter in this story. During the day, you will need to strengthen Elise's bonds with her fellow villagers and work to make a living by playing fun minigames. I actually also did a review of this game on my channel, and I will link that video below. This game is unique in its perfect farming sim horror blend and definitely would recommend checking this one out. Next up at number 5, we have Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is an adventure game focused on exploration, story, featuring dozens of characters to meet and lots to do across a lush, vibrant world. You play as a college dropout named May as you return home to the crumbling former mining town of Possum Springs, seeking to resume her aimless former life and reconnect with the friends that she left behind. But things are not the same. Home seems different and her friends have grown and changed. Leaves are falling and the wind is growing colder, Strange things are happening as the light fades. This game is one of the best examples on this list of adorable, cozy graphics with a very dark underlying story. You absolutely need to pick this one up. It's very cute, but also gets very serious. Moving into number 6, we have Buddy Simulator 1984. Thanks to next generation AI technology, Buddy Simulator 1984 simulates the experience of hanging out with your best buddy. Your buddy learns from you, constantly adapting to your interests and personality, but most importantly, your buddy can play games with you. This game on the outside has all of the horror tags, but the experience itself is actually quite cozy most of the time and gives really similar vibes to Undertale. I loved playing through this game and it's highly underrated in my opinion. It's one of those games that will genuinely just leave you completely shocked by the time you get to the end. At number 7, we have Little Nightmares. In Little Nightmares, you will immerse yourself in a dark, whimsical tale that will confront you with your childhood fears. Help 6 escape the Maw, a vast, mysterious vessel inhabited by corrupted souls looking for their next meal. As you progress on your journey, explore the most disturbing dollhouse, offering a prison to escape from and a playground full of secrets to discover. Reconnect with your inner child to unleash your imagination and find a way out. This game does a wonderful job at giving you a horror game with the most cute graphics you have ever seen. There is also a sequel to this game that is currently available. Number 8 is Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture is an occult puzzle game in which you play as a proprietor of a local plant store. You will find and identify new plants, pet your cat, speak to a coven, or join a cult. Use your collection of powerful plants to influence the story and unravel the dark mysteries of the town. This game is dark, but is also a great, relaxing mystery game. It's much shorter than a lot of the entries on this list, but definitely still worth a playthrough, especially if you want something that does not have a strong commitment as far as time. Heading over to number 9, we have Graveyard Keeper. Build and manage your own graveyard and expand into other ventures while finding shortcuts to cut costs. Use all the resources you can find. After all, this game is about the spirit of capitalism and doing whatever it takes to build a thriving business. It's also a little bit of a love story. This game is essentially Stardew, but instead of taking care of a fun little farm, you are a graveyard keeper. The game has incredibly positive reviews and will be perfect for that person who wants a little flavor in their cozy without it being a straight-up horror game or even a thriller at that point. Next up at number 10, we have Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb casts players in the role of a possessed lamb saved from annihilation by an ominous stranger and must repay their debt by building a loyal following in his name. You'll start your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland followers and spread your word to become a true cult leader. Again, this one is not outwardly scary, but the themes itself are pretty creepy when you think about it. You'll be doing rituals, sacrifices, and more. If you want a dark, spooky Animal Crossing, this is pretty much gonna be your perfect game. Number 11 is going to be the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood is a thought-provoking narrative experience from the creators of the Red Strings Club, featuring a richly diverse cast of characters, tarot-like card creation, divination, and a branching story that spans into time and space. The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood explores themes of identity, community, and personal responsibility in a beautiful handcrafted universe. This one doesn't exactly have any horror elements to it, but the theme itself is a little spooky and the story does get very serious. I also reviewed this game in the early days of my channel. I will link that video in case you are interested. It is a very great hidden gem. At number 12, we have Beacon Pines. Beacon Pines is a cute and creepy adventure set within a mysterious book. Sneak out late, make new friends, uncover hidden truths, and collect words that will change the course of fate. This game is basically writing out your own fantasy story with cute little critters as the main characters. It's up to you to write this story, and it does lean quite dark at times. This game is also a bit on the shorter side, but definitely would recommend checking it out again if you need a game with less of a time commitment. Last but not least, at number 13, we have Doki Literature Club. You play as the main character who reluctantly joins the literature club in search of a romantic interest. With every poem you write and every choice you make, you'll charm your crush and begin to unfold the horrors of school romance. Heavy on the trigger warnings for this game. I went back and forth on putting this game on the list at all because it is incredibly dark and can get very graphic, but this is my favorite game of all time, so I had to put it on the list. Unfortunately, I cannot give you really any story details on this game because you have to go into it completely blind, and there's a reason why the trailer is so vague. I would recommend playing this on the PC over the console if you have an option. This game is fantastic. It's a visual novel and it's an absolute mind twister. Would highly recommend this one, but again, very heavy on the trigger warnings for the content here. And that's it, folks. 13 creepy, cozy games to add to your library. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on these games. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed your time here and want to see more indie game coverage, and consider sticking around for the end of the video to see more lists featuring more cozy gaming goodness. As always, thank you all so much for the endless support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!